Seems like we're online, everybody. We're on the air. It's UFC 257, the party of the year. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Harry Terjanian. It is a brand new year, and we are starting things off. Harold, you looking svelte.
There you go.
Me looking like a taxidermy victim, and Conor McGregor fighting tonight in the main event of UFC 257.
Biggest fight of 2021. I know that's a joke because we're only a month in, but it might be the biggest fight. Anytime Conor McGregor fights, it has the potential to be the biggest fight of the year. It was certainly one of the biggest drawing pay-per-view of last year. And it's always exciting to see Conor McGregor. It's the once a year, apparently, that we get Conor McGregor, so we'll take it where we can get it. Against Dustin Poirier for the second time, the rematch, UFC 257 from Abu Dhabi, Fight Island.
And there's a crowd, there's a house tonight.
Okay, yes.
Harry will be able to hear them as Matt Frivola gets caught by Sarukian in a takedown attempt in a weird cravat. Matt Frivola looking like the Conor McGregor stunt double, the NWO Sting of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
And sir, the Armenian with the very Armenian haircut, and I should know, it's a very West Coast Armenian haircut, for sure. That's the type of analysis you're going to get here.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have notes, but most of them have been written by my dog and or Dana White.
Yeah, we're warming up here. Technically, we're not on the clock. You know how you show up at work, right? And you accidentally show up like 15 minutes early or whatever, and your boss is like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You're like,
Not yet. That's what this is right now.
That's what this is. This is the warm-up to make sure everything is going good. You still have time to order UFC 257 exclusively on ESPN+.
And if you're watching us now across the Combat Culture Network, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Someone Body Stomp in our YouTube chat's asking, loan me some hair, Matt Ryan. I'll see what I can do about that.
There you go. Body Stomp, great band. Underrated. Underrated. It's a shame what happened at that nightclub in Massachusetts. It really could have been better.
Jesus.
But Body Stomp sounds... It's weird. It was carbon monoxide. That was the weird part about ruined Body Stomp's career. A simple detector. Check your detectors. If you learn nothing else tonight on our UFC 257 coverage, check the batteries on your carbon monoxide and fire detector.
And for all of you asking, when's the fight? When are we going to see the fight? Can we see the fight now?
Why aren't we seeing the fight now? Are you working on showing us the fight?
See, not only has Dana White threatened anybody who's going to illegally stream the show, we cannot do that because A, it will get us kicked off of all the platforms we're on. B, just not cool.
Yeah.
And C, we're here to hang out with you guys. It's a party. We're calling the fights. We're having a conversation with you. So if you're watching the fights or you're missing the fights and you can't drop the $70, it's $65.99 or whatever. It's $70 with tax. I learned that the hard way every single month on my PayPal bill.
Well, we do have a link again in our description, and you can subscribe to the fight, or you can go pay for the pay-per-view yourself. We will not be showing the fights, but we love it when you ask.
Yes.
Stephanie in the chat loves it, especially
with all the people watching tonight.
Yes.
She's going to murder us as soon as we go off the air.
It might seem that she's like agitated when she
she is.
She
certainly
can't get enough. And also...
Jody Rawi asking, why is Hagrid commentating the UFC?
Hagrid? Oh, that's what is Hagrid?
From the Harry Potter universe.
There we go. Yeah.
Uncultured swine.
I was never into the Harry Potter thing. I was in college at the time. I was doing college grown-up stuff at the time.
You went to NYU. That's not college grown-up stuff. We went to the same school.
That's true. Yeah, but it was in New York City, so I didn't do any party. NYU's not a partying school.
No, well,
but
there are a lot of drug dealers there. Shout out to Clumsy G donating $4.99 to the cause with a prediction in the super chat. If McGregor and Khabib happens and McGregor wins in the first round, Matt has to have his beard or hair. Shave it? I have to do one. Oh, why am I having to do...
People love a good hair versus hair sort of thing. They want to do it Memphis style.
Can't touch this. Can't get any of this goodness.
Yeah.
This is a year. If you take a look at the last Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah.
I have not had a haircut in that time. If you watch each of the UFC shows we've done over the past year, you will see my hair get progressively longer, my beard get progressively longer, then I have a mustache, then I had a beard again, then I had a goatee, and now I have a beard again.
You're going back to the beard. You're sticking with the beard. You experimented and you've decided on the beard, that's the best look. Huh?
Trevor W saying real men donate their hair to charity. I don't think my hair's that long yet, but when it gets down to like my shoulders,
it's got.
Then I'm definitely gonna donate my hair.
I
shout out to Nicholas O'Reilly who liked and subscribed. Sorry, Harry.
Yeah, we'll be talking a lot about hair tonight. We're going over the haircuts again.
Style watch.
Saryukian has a very Armenian-style haircut. If you're watching along, that is a typical a young man's Armenian haircut, and I should know. But I've actually put mine just in the ponytail. That's how long it's gotten, or whatever.
And people are asking when the fight starts. We will have the main card to begin in just about 7 minutes time.
Supposedly here.
And it will... the show starts at 7 minutes.
Right.
Harry, it's time for our favorite game on the show.
Okay, yeah.
When the fuck's the fight going to start?
All right, I'm going to go... they've been a little tighter, which usually means about 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 12:25 will be the first. What do we go by? When they start entering or when the fight happens?
When they start making their ring walk.
When they make their ring walks. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say 12:25 when they enter. That's been the average. I'm going to stick with that. Who's the crowd made up of? Is it like...
various humans. I don't know who's the crowd is made up from.
It's not like the WWE Saudi shows where
it's not just
royalty.
Oligarchs and other who's it's, what's it's. Laura Winsby in the Combat Culture chat asking Harold, who would win in a fight, Matt Ryan or Harry Potter?
Or Harry Potter.
He's
Harry
got magic.
Potter has magic. Yeah, I think it's...
I've got a scar on my head like Harry Potter from a marble step that
What if in the fight he comes out, Harry Potter, and he goes... and he takes his wand and just puts it to the ground and then rolls up his sleeves. And he goes, I'm going to do this.
Then we just straight fighting. Then hands are being thrown.
But he's used his magic powers to teach himself Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, we didn't say what kind of fight it was. Is this a street fight? Is this an MMA fight? Like, is this catch-as-catch-can rules?
Okay, I'm going to say it's kickboxing, but in a boxing ring.
Kickboxing's in a Pride style?
Pride style, yeah.
So I could soccer kick Harry Potter is what you're telling me.
You could if you get him down.
You're saying right now, with the soft fuzzy socks I have on my feet, I could soccer kick Conor McGregor in the head.
But it's pro wrestling rules, so he spits mist in your face.
Okay, all right.
And he does the great. And he's managed by Gary Hart, who's back from the dead.
God damn. That would be cool. I'd be happy to see that. I'd be happy to see that.
It would be weird that he uses his power to necromance, and he uses it on former professional wrestling manager, the late Gary Hart. But I wouldn't be mad at it.
Not the former presidential candidate.
No, not the former presidential candidate. I would really rather professional wrestling manager Gary Hart had run. I might have voted for him. I would have voted for him. But thank you for joining us, UFC 257, on our network of MMA coverage, SB Nation, MMA Mania, and Combat Culture, of course. I'm Harry Terjanian with the young teen sensation, Matt Ryan.
Cover of Tiger Beat, ladies and gentlemen. Someone was shouting out Danny White. We might see Daniel here tonight.
Okay, yeah, Danny White. The crowd is always split right down the middle on what they think about Danny White. Again, no relation to Dana White, and also not a real person, or so rumors would dictate.
Yes.
A puppet made of felt. But we might see an appearance. We saw one last time. We'll see what Danny White has been. Rumor has it Danny White was storming the Capitol.
No. He was storming the Capitol Records building.
Oh, Capitol Records building.
He got his signals crossed. It was weird for everyone.
Which is weird because he kept shouting, "Where's Nancy Pelosi?" It's very odd.
He knew her from his. I think it was actually because of a different Nancy Pelosi.
It was a different.
You know how there's like 87 Matt Ryans? There's 3 Nancy Pelosi's.
Okay, and one worked at the Capitol Records. Ironically, it's one of those weird. It was Lincoln's secretary Kennedy and Kennedy's secretary Lincoln type of coincidences. As we're continuing, we're going into the
third round here. Start round number 3. We'll get into the call of the main because we don't get paid to call the prelims. We get called.
This is extra.
Yeah, this is the fun part. This is the pregame show. Laura Winsby
this
asking...
is like getting to lick the spatula while you're making the cake. This isn't part of it, everybody. And this fight also going overtime because I think there were 2 dick kicks.
Yes.
In this fight.
So this card is supposed to end in 3 minutes, but it's 3:54 left on the clock. Laura Winsby asking, what am I drinking tonight? So, fun story. I went to the liquor pavilion to get a bottle of Wild Turkey. They did not have Wild Turkey. So I am drinking Proper 12 tonight. Because it's a whiskey night here at the studio.
And in honor of Conor McGregor, his return to the UFC.
Yes,
and you're not being paid by Conor McGregor.
No, I am not.
You're just an alcoholic.
But there is a video on the Combat Culture YouTube channel of bartenders trying Proper 12, and also a video of me from last year trying and making different recipes from the Proper 12 suggested menu of different types of beverages.
There we go. And is there any canvas art? Usually when Conor fights, there's always
there's some buckle art or something, but I think because they're in Abu Dhabi, I don't see any liquor sponsors.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's in. I just realized that. Wow. Okay, let's see. We got the Monster Energy drink, and they went with the regular Monster logo, not the one that looks like I think looks like genitals.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm looking. Yeah, you're right. There's no advertising. That didn't. What a coincidence. I brought that up. No booze here, so we will not be.
But there is booze here.
That's right.
Everybody's asking, what do you drink? I literally just said it. I'm drinking Proper 12.
Proper 12.
And our new producer, we have a producer with us from tonight, Ignacio. He looked at me like I just kicked a dog. I don't know why, but Ignacio looked at me like I was kicking a dog. Laura Winsby
Ignacio's trying to make some room for him that's socially distanced, which is the right thing to do. We did not consider Ignacio's feelings or his health, and we just went on. I brought it up, but you're like, I'm drinking my whiskey. It doesn't matter.
Someone said you look like Razor Ramon.
I'll take that. That's a good compliment.
If Razor Ramon sold VCRs on Canal Street, maybe.
Hey, yo. I don't need toothpicks, but if I have any, I'll throw them at the camera and probably
don't do that. Who's cleaning that up?
Well, there's not food on them. I'm just throwing them on the thing.
I just got taunted with something off camera.
Oh, okay. Is that Harry, liquor in a satchel? A yak satchel? What do we got going on there? All right.
Ignacio's an odd boy. He actually worked for one of the football variables at SB Nation. But he got replaced for what I've been told was shoot-kicking people Pat McAfee style in the temple over at SB Nation headquarters.
Wow, okay. Shout out to Pat McAfee, I guess. Going on here.
Hudson Allen said something that I can only show you that I can't say.
Where is this? Which
right
line?
There, where my finger is.
Where
the buttons are.
You know, he's making some good points. Yeah. We're not allowed to.
Thanks, Hudson Allen.
Did anyone in sports?
Yeah.
Let's see here. As this fight wraps up, and now
someone donated $5 to the cause. Jay Anthony, do it, fellas. Thanks for what you do. You're a sweetie pie and a sugar plum, Jay Anthony. We're glad you're here with us tonight. And also, thanks to everybody who hung out with me yesterday at an ungodly hour. We hosted our first ever live weigh-in post show that I was told to do 12 hours before the start of the weigh-ins. Okay. So I got up at the crack of dawn to do that, and I was up for almost 20 hours yesterday.
Oh boy!
So that was fun. That was fun.
And thus the proper 12.
Oh yeah, baby.
Thank you for joining us.
Jasur Beskanov said, "Fuck you, Matt. Thank you. We can't show the fight, guys. We're going to be calling all the fights. So if you've ever listened to a football game on the radio, this is exactly what we want to do." Stipe Miocic sent us a bag of extra-strength Firefighters coffee because he's expecting the main event, Harry, to go all 5 rounds.
Really?
And
there we go.
Let me get that.
There.
Ooh.
Wow.
Stipe Miocic, twice the caffeine. Wow. Oh, that's what I need.
I love that.
Baby. I'm going to be running marathons up and down the street here at the house.
Recommended brewing ratio, 3 tablespoons. You could go do it higher than that. That's what they recommend. Look at this. It looks pretty cool.
Yes. Thank you, Stipe.
Shout out to Stipe. Who?
My Cash App sign is Beard X Glasses. Once again, my Cash App is Beard X Glasses. So thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to put you right here next to Dante.
Yeah, we don't have a problem. We're not tied to any morality clauses or conflicts of interest like most sports broadcasters. So you can send us stuff. We will absolutely promote it.
Certainly. Clumsy G in the Combat Culture YouTube chat with a donation of $1.99 says Harry looks like Steven Seagal but overfed.
Oh boy. You mean so Steven Seagal now? Have you seen Steven Seagal lately?
Steven Seagal now looks like shit.
Oof.
He looks like a bus hit him.
It looks like karma has caught up to Steven Seagal. Shout out to Judo Gene LaBelle. If you don't know that story, look it up. It's a great story.
God bless Judo Gene LaBelle.
Did Judo Gene LaBelle?
He's still alive.
He's still alive and kicking.
Shout out to over 2,000 human beings across the Combat Culture Network.
Thank you.
Watching us right here, right now. We are so glad you guys are joining us here on the Combat Culture Network. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching us for the first time. We'll be calling all the fights of the main card tonight. And Arman Tsarukyan getting the win here tonight against Matt.
Decision.
Matt Frivola via unanimous decision. So Conor McGregor stunt double doing the J.O.B. ski in our final prelim. Harry, if you want to cut on over to the main card. But now, since the pay-per-view is starting 3 minutes late, we have to ask again. When do we think the main card is going to start? All you got to do, if you want to give me that.
Why don't you do that?
I know how to operate
so when
television.
we're broadcasting, when we start or when we tune into the pay-per-view, it starts the clock. We're going to assume, I'm going to say again, 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
12 minutes and 30 seconds. So
what I'm going
at 10:15:30, you're saying, because it's 10:03 now in the East.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to say 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the start time.
You're saying
they will walk out to the
16
cage.
minutes.
I think it's 16 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Because they're just starting the main card now. So for me, I think that it's going to take a while. Where can you buy the pay-per-view? Well, if you go to MMAmania.com and click any of the articles, like articles written by our good friend Jesse Holland, there's a link in there where you click the ESPN Plus button, you can order the pay-per-view, and on top of that, you help us out at Combat Culture, which would be pretty cool. So please do that, and we'd appreciate it.
Let's see. Here we go. We're starting
And
off.
it's the opening video package. Let us
Poirier.
know. Let us know what you guys think's going to be let us know your predictions throughout the night. We will give our official predictions for each fight before they start, or at some point maybe right before the cards go off. Jim Santmeyer saying, "Oh geez, another drunk Irishman just wandered into the saloon." And your point? I'm not drunk yet. That was just drink one.
That's where they go for the winner, man. What do you want them to do?
Mm-hmm.
I like the term saloon. Does anyone use the term saloon anymore?
Lucas in the chat said I look like a 60-day-old cake.
Oof.
That's a good one. I don't know what the fuck that
hurtful.
means, but that's a good one. Like, that's a
Nobody
double
wants,
guns.
Nobody wants a 60-day-old cake.
Shout out to YouTube Life. Let's go Red Sox. Thanks, boys. Viva los Mets de Nueva York. LG #LGM.
Hey, why did they fire their GM? I thought he was doing good. I have no idea what's going on.
Did you not know what happened?
No.
He sent 62 unsolicited sexts to a woman.
Oh boy.
Prior to 2 jobs ago when he was working for the Cubs.
Oh boy. So
Yeah.
he got
He got
So you're
fired.
saying in 1996 he would have gotten a promotion for this. Is that what you're
Yes.
talking about? All right. So he got, rightfully so. They had to terminate his. Had to make that situation go away. I had no idea. ESPN buries the lead on these things. Here we go.
Hassan in the chat saying McGregor to make him tap out in round 2. He goes for the TKO, but I think he'll surprise us all tonight. Stay safe, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What time is the Conor fight on in Ireland time? So it's 5 hours ahead.
Okay,
it's
so
2 o'clock in the
let me
morning
find
there
that.
now.
Yeah, you know that it's 2 o'clock for sure over there?
It's 5 hours ahead.
Okay, 5 hours ahead. You just know that internally, or you looked it up?
I've worked in combat. I've had to
Irishman?
watch some weird shit working in combat sports media, so you learn like 5 hours ahead England GMT. So
You watched the Dublin Rochambeau contest?
oh, definitely, yeah.
So it is. You are correct. It
World
is
Pipe Cleaning Fighting Championship. So
it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
So it's going to be closer
Dublin
to 5
time.
a.m. your time.
There we go.
Pennington saying, Matt Ryan, what happened to you? Rise up, Falcons need you to step up.
Oh boy.
I am better than that. Our moderator Stephanie Sotilli saying, confirming it is 5 hours ahead.
5 hours
but the
ahead.
main event will start in about 2 to 3 hours. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning there now. Pardon me. It will start around 5 a.m.
5 hour Dublin time.
Yes.
There we go. Depending on and because Conor McGregor is involved, who knows what's going to happen and who knows who's going to jump into the octagon. I'm saying it's going to be someone, maybe Stevie Wonder. I really want to go out there. Here we go. We got more products.
So if Dustin Poirier wins tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will drink this $180 bottle of Remy Martin.
Wow.
Because Cognac is a region in France, and Dustin Poirier is from Louisiana. If you don't know the association between the two, our producer will send you a complete oral history of the Creole influence in Baton Rouge. It's like Ken Burns, but without the talent, but all of the length.
Wasn't it like French Canadians? A little bit? Something, right? Am I correct or no?
What about French Canadians?
Didn't they like go to Louisiana? That's why we got the French influence. I don't know why I thought that's what it is. I don't know. I guess I'll have to read up on that oral history.
This would be my if this happens. This is my first time drinking cognac, and we have cognac glasses now. Which is, and there are people, and this is weird. I
still don't see our producer pulling out a laptop or any technical equipment. So far, it's been just booze and free coffee samples.
Oh no, Harry! That's terrible! Free coffee and booze? No!
I don't enjoy either, so I'm bitter.
Well, because you're a piece of shit.
If you've got like a keto cupcake in there. No, nothing for me, Santa? All right.
I may have had some keto cookies a friend of ours baked a few hours ago.
Okay.
That will make the show very interesting.
All right. And
if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, we got a brownie. Yeah, that doesn't do me any good, unfortunately. If we had done this at last year's coverage, I would have been right with you. But unfortunately, I've had to cut all that out. Here we start off the pay-per-view with drones, everybody. That's right.
Yeah, we got drones. We've got lights. They have blown the ESPN Plus budget. That's where all the money the cut fighter pay went.
Boy, oh boy.
Scott Gordon donating $2 to the cause. Super stoked to spend another pay-per-view with you two uglies. Aw, you're a sweetie pie.
Thank you.
Hope your asshole falls out in a traffic accident.
I'll just be fine if it falls out in general. I don't care if it causes a traffic accident. If it slows traffic down, that's just gravy on the mashed potatoes. John Anik rocking a mustache.
Yeah, looking like everybody's favorite cop. X Martin V1 X video gaming channel. Could you make it any harder to say? Saying I look like from The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
There you go.
Evan Emmett, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be calling the fights as they happen,
yes,
like John Anik, Daniel Cormier, and insert third commentator here would do.
I don't know who's there tonight. It is not Joe Rogan. He does not travel internationally.
No, he doesn't even travel domestically, and he might have the Rona because of Dave Chappelle. So
boy.
Hagrid, why are you screaming so much, mate? Because I'm excited, and I'm over-caffeinated, and I've been drinking. It's SK asking, is this the comedy channel or the fight channel? Once the fights start, we'll start fighting. But Harry is allegedly a professional comedian, and I've been thrown out of a comedy club.
So, yeah, this is a little bit of different coverage. If you want nonstop serious coverage, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We do have some good insight. Matt is a great play-by-play guy. And
thank you.
We will be calling the fights as they happen. Until then, unfortunately, we're going to do a lot of filler, and it's not your normal show. It's not... It's what SportsCenter thinks it is.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. It's as entertaining as they think they are. As we see some highlight package, preparing us for the main event tonight.
Dustin Poirier is a violent individual. They're showing Dustin Poirier highlights of him just completely piecing up and destroying humans like Eddie Alvarez. Shout out to McKnight donating $4.99 to the cause, saying swag, swag, swag. Well, we're swaggy. Patton Oswalt funnier than you clowns. Who's not? I'm not arguing that.
Pat Oswalt. Yeah, we never said fuck Patton Oswalt.
He's one of the best comedians of all time. He's one of the funniest human beings on the planet. And he has a hot wife. So he's got a lot of good going for him.
Also, fuck you.
Yeah.
Have you just think about that? Have you thought about that? Think about it and get back to us. Let us know how that settles.
Tahid Muslim saying, Matt, you're a hero. 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 V.
He means a sandwich, though.
Well, you know what? I can go for a sandwich. Give me some of that big sandwich. Natalia19124 is back. Hey, Natalia, we're glad to have you back. We're glad you're here. We're so glad that all of you are here. Toker88 is here. Hey, buddy. Glad you're here. Patton Oswalt, I wish I was Patton Oswalt's cousin. Any minute now, we will get the first fight started. We are about, I would say, 5 minutes away from the first fight of the night, walking into the cage. The closing odds.
At 10:03.
Yeah, let's take a look at the odds right now. The opening odds for Poirier and McGregor were Poirier plus 150, McGregor minus 175. The current odds are McGregor minus 305, Poirier plus 250. The closing odds for the last fight were McGregor minus 280, Poirier plus 240. So a little over. The odds are a little over from what they were the last fight, and a big shift. I'm thinking a lot of Irish guy, a lot of McGregor fans, a lot of Ireland, all of Ireland, putting money on McGregor, shifting those lines. Those lines come to you from DraftKings.
Well, over there, my understanding is you can bet at any post office or McDonald's,
yes.
right? And the same thing for booze.
Yeah.
It's Ireland.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Proper 12 Whiskey. Not the Camisard. Officially brought to you.
See, they could do that on camera.
Right.
They can't do that in the ring, especially with fans there. I missed the baby cage, by the way, at the UFC Apex. I missed the baby cage.
I never really fully noticed the difference, to be honest. It never, once they start fighting, it never affects it.
Breadlover667, I think that's an old AOL screen name of mine, donated $1.99 to the cause.
Thank you.
With hashtag 40 seconds. Hashtag history repeats itself.
Okay, so you think that Conor McGregor will go 2-0?
We'll go into it a little bit later,
Poirier.
but the co-main event's the most interesting fight for me. Obviously, the McGregor card interesting, but a lot of questions heading into this fight from Michael Chandler, making his UFC debut tonight, Harry.
That's right.
Kind of like Ben Askren in the sense he dominated in Bellator, former 3-time Bellator lightweight champion, making his transition to the UFC. Tonight, going up against Dan Hooker in what is essentially, many thinking, an eliminator fight to face the winner of Poirier and McGregor for the UFC lightweight title, which still belongs to Khabib Nurmagomedov, but that title could be stripped at any time because it is the UFC, and who the fuck knows.
And a big debut. You don't get a lot of these sort of high-level free agency things happening in the UFC just because of the nature of the way the sport is set up. So this is interesting that it's one of those rare circumstances where a fighter comes in with this level of hype and making a debut in the UFC, with their first fight being, this significant too. And it's a big fight too. He's starting off, and he wanted to. I remember he announced that he wanted to come in very heavy, come in fighting high-level talent.
Yeah, he wants to fight the best, and he's getting the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss. So checking in on the chat here, Colin Guiterra saying Matt and Harry is the best.
Thank you. And we the best music and the best fight coverage.
Dave C asking, would you not get a haircut? I'm not getting a haircut until the world is normal. So get used to this being ungodly long. Our first fight of the night.
You do look like you'd be a road manager for the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
It's really getting
Have
over
you
there.
seen that documentary?
I did see that documentary.
Oh, it's so good.
It was, phenomenal.
It's so
on
good.
HBO.
It's depressing as shit, but it's so good.
Any good documentary is. They
That's
rarely
fair.
end. The good ones rarely end on a high note. Unfortunately. Spoiler alert, but he's a lonely BG.
Yeah, there's only one left.
There's no more BGs.
You know what,
there's
Harry?
Just one BG.
I think we're gonna hit the over. I'm gonna get some ice and alcohol.
Okay, let's do that.
Right back.
As we prepare, we're still seeing the fight highlights here. Again, I said if we start at 10:03, we should hit about 10:20. Here we go. How deep is your love? That's correct. Let's see. What time does it start? The fight will start now. The main event could be in 2 hours. Matt, could you... Harry, meh, not so much. Well, I'm not a good play-by-play guy. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide some color commentary, but mostly entertainment here. It's a different type of setup. The Heavy Boys Club, that was our hip-hop group previously. We enjoy that. Let's see. When does it start? Again, the pay-per-view has officially started. The fight should start at any point. Brought to you by Manscaped. These guys really are moving up in the world. That product has taken off, as it should. Let's see here. To Conor, good numbers of viewers, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Southern California checking in. Harry looks like an angry Jew. Like the angry Jew? Is that the guy's name? That guy who was...
That's the fat Jew.
That's the fat Jew.
Yes.
Okay, so that was just anti-Semitic. You're not even saying that I look like... the hip hop guy or that comedian who's the Instagram thief who he's still out there. He's still making money. So we're setting up here as we're still waiting for this fight to start. But thank you for joining us here on SB Nation, MMA Mania, and Combat Culture. And we have a nice shot of Abu Dhabi, the sun setting. And brought to you by DraftKings and all that. All right, now they're bringing people in. We're looking at the odds here. Amanda Ribas coming in at a minus 335 favorite and plus 250 underdog for Rodriguez. If you're betting people, those are your odds. Here we go. Conor again. People wondering when does it start? It should start now. Let's see, you clipped. I'm not even going to mention that. All right, those are unsolicited feeds. Here we go. Nope, more highlight packages as we try to kill time here. Marina Rodriguez 12-1 against Amanda Ribas 10-1. So pretty even records here as we set up.
Hi.
Hey, bud, you back?
Yes, I am.
Does that thing ever slow down like that, or it's just you're good at reading them? They're going too fast.
They're going real fast.
So we got a lot of activity.
This is everything. That's is all everything. Across the board.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. It's popular.
Shout out to Kurawowen from Turlock, California, joining us. JC saying much more enjoyable without the red deed. Well, fuck you too.
Oh wow.
Thank you, fucking bye. Please
divide
stay.
And conquer.
Please stay. Daddy left. I need someone. Please. My daddy died. Bloody Toto say you're from New York. Well, we're glad to hear you. Shout out to my hometown of New York City.
New York City, NYC. Born and raised. Shout out to Elmhurst Hospital. I think it's still there. They might have turned it into a Costco, but it might be. They still deliver babies there, though.
It's an artisanal Costco.
Yeah. Because of that's how expensive real estate prices are. They have to do a 50-50 split. At night, it becomes a children's hospital again. Here we go. Still,
Amanda Rivas being interviewed in this video package. It's 10:18.
10:18.
18 past the hour. Shout out to Colleen Grove from Pennsylvania. Qwerty Quirt coming from New York. Someone asking if I'm wearing a wig. No, this is my actual hair.
That's never
I go
a good
out
sign.
into the world.
It's never a good
I'm using a new conditioner, too, and it's lovely for my hair, because I have curly-ass hair. I have really curly hair.
Yeah,
so.
well, I think maybe you want to get it layered. Might be the way to go. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going wide. It seems like yours is just going to keep going wide. I have volume. Yeah, but it's volume that just goes to the sides. We'll see what happens.
Shout out to Yvonne Cormy. Love you guys. I've got Lafayette champ Poirier later rounds. Kicks at Conor's left eye. Disable that left hook like Max Holloway did last week. Late rounds, she's got Poirier. And shout out to Scott Gordon donating $2 more for the cause. You guys are awesome. F the trolls. Yes, fuck them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew watching us from Melbourne, Australia. Another Jedi Grind watching us from Australia. I met a Karen the other day who looked exactly like that Ryan dude. Wow.
That's rough on you. What were the circumstances?
Or it's rough on them.
I'm saying to this guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty as shit. Someone's asking what conditioner. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's something for your curly hair. I forget the name of it off the top of my bucket. But we've got a lot of show the fight wig.
Show the fight wig. I like that nickname.
Oh God. Someone's asking how old am I? Kersey Trotko. I'm 31 years old. Yes, I graduated college and everything. Twice. Roger Dion watching from Idaho. 10:20, 20 past the hour.
Okay.
And we're finally getting our first ring walk of the night. Good job, Dana, making that $69.95 worth it.
There we go.
And for those asking, OGX is the name of the shampoo and conditioner I use. OGX, we're not getting paid by them. But thank you to the admin for tonight, Stephanie Sotelli. Checking for Amanda Rivas, she's on a 5-fight winning streak here. She's 10-1 walking into tonight. Recently sent Paige Van Zant packing from the UFC to the BKFC. Because that's an upward move, right?
That's rough,
like,
man.
Ignacio, that's an upward move, right, boss?
Bare knuckle fighting.
Because going from Dancing with the Stars, fighting in the UFC, being in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit competition, to fighting for the organization that had a press conference for their biggest fight at a Dave & Buster's, where I got spat on.
In all fairness, it was the Dave & Buster's in Times Square. So, I mean, it was a nice Dave. It was, as far as Dave & Buster's go, it was a nice day.
Yeah, it's like you're going to the strip club with the good day shift.
Yeah.
Shout out to McKnight, another $4.99 for the cause. Swag, part 2, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're super chatting. Let us know. I will be sending a bill to the bosses. Sack Crusher 69 saying Matt, shut up and show the fight. That's wrong. Rio's production vlog saying shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Sack Buster.
Yes. Amir IB saying he's got Conor in the second minute of round 2.
I don't know why that's hitting me hard. But like, just Sackbuster as a name, and you go, when you type it in and it wasn't taken, you get excited.
Sonia Arulio on YouTube saying, hello from Lubbock, Texas. Hello, Lubbock. Someone's asking, how do you pronounce Terjanian? You pronounce it Terjanian.
Terjanian.
Pronounce it how it's spelled.
Pronounce it Terjanian if you really want to get insane. But I've settled on Terjanian at this point in my life. That's what it is.
Just makes you sound like a forward for an Eastern European hockey team.
You can call me whatever, just don't call me late for dinner.
Toker88 saying, hook Matt up OGX. Let him know on social media. Tag me in it, at MRyan Consulting, at Harry Terjanian. You can also follow our intrepid moderator, Stephanie Sotilli, on Twitter, at Steph Sotilli. And also follow my dog on Instagram, Steph's dog as well. Olive the Fat Baby. Pot Pie Head, Judy Wilton wrote in the chat. That's a thing. Dave C saying, take off the wig, man. It's not wig. It's not wig.
Maury's wigs don't come off. Let's not forget this. Let's see here as we prepare. Both fighters. Let's see.
Number one, George saying, Mick Foley and the terrorist. Jesus Christ.
I'm back to being a terrorist, I guess. When
Mike Spees donating $5 for the cause. It seems like the people are having a little trouble watching the fight tonight. Philip the Wise donating another $5 for the cause. Does Dustin win if this fight goes past the third? Watching from North Carolina. Thanks, Philip, for watching. And I don't know. If this fight goes... McGregor's win is so good. Marina Rodriguez making her way into the octagon. We have a lot of questions. A lot of people in the chat tonight. We're so glad you're joining us. This is the most we've had for an early portion of the card since we've started.
Thank you for joining us. Quick thing with Conor McGregor. The last fight, if I recall, was a quick knockout of Cowboy.
He shoulder striked Donald Cerrone into the back of the line.
So basically, in the last 2 years, he's fought about a minute and 10 seconds or whatever, however short that fight was. That is not a lot.
Our good friend Stephen James in the chat. Damn you, Harry Terjanian, and your blue blocker shades.
My blue blocker.
And take a look at the tail of the tape. That is now a slow pullout with
Gorilla Monsoon shades.
Yeah, with so. Rodriguez 33, Rivas 27. Rodriguez with a 3-inch height advantage at 5'6", both coming in at 116. And Rivas, even though she's 3 inches shorter, has the 1-inch reach advantage, 66 to 65. And goddamn, that's a jacket.
That's a beautiful Bruce Buffer jacket, looking like the lobby of a Wachovia Bank, not First Union and not Wells Fargo. A Wachovia Bank.
But it's the branch that Prince went to.
There we go.
It is
Purple Rain. Paisley Park, always looking great. The fantastic Bruce Buffer doing his introduction.
We got Elevated Pods watching from Alabama. Bub Gamer, you can't compare Cerrone to Poirier. No one's making that assertion. No one's making that comparison.
We're not. My point is, we talk about Conor McGregor having great stamina, but the reality is he hasn't really had to test that stamina in two years and change. So, I would assume it's still the same, but you don't know. That's a long time to not really go past the first round is all I'm saying. That's not taking anything away from Dustin Poirier. It's just one of those things that, does he still have it,
Your creative blog saying, Matt, looks like I smell like sweet coconut and not bologna. I guess someone said I smell like bologna. Coconut shampoo and conditioner, baby, all day, every day. It is time for our first fight of the evening. Amanda Rivas and Marina Rodriguez. Rodriguez lost a split decision to Carla Esparza back in July. Before that, she had a draw with Cynthia Calvillo, which was her second UFC draw. The first one, Harry, coming in her debut against Ronda Marcos back in 2018. She's got wins over Tisha Torres, Jessica Aguilar since joining the UFC. Every fight she's been in, Harry, has gone the distance in the UFC, as opposed to Rivas, who's got 3 knockouts, 4 submissions, and 3 decision wins across her career. The only time she was knocked out was against Polyana Viana in Jungle Fight early in her career. Herb Dean will be your referee.
Jungle Fight was a league.
Yes, in Brazil.
That had nothing to do with Kool and the Gang.
No, nothing.
Should have, if they really wanted to do it right. Here we go. Starting off.
Both fighters standing in the center of the octagon. Rivas putting pressure on Rodriguez, backing her up into the fence of the octagon, but Rodriguez circling. Rivas, low kick by Rodriguez in this strawweight bout. Feigning the left hand is Rodriguez, missing with a right. Rivas missing with a left-right combination. Went upstairs and tried to go for a body shot, missing both. 4:33 left to go in round number 1. Both of these fighters missing with shots early, looping punches. Shout out to Sion donating £2 to the cause. We will not be showing the fight. We will be calling the action for you. 4:19 left to go in round number 1. And it's a lot of circling here, and Rivas tapping with some shots here.
Ribas controlling the center of the cage so far.
Tried to go for a takedown. Rodriguez pulled away. Tried to go for a waistlock, Harry. Rivas did not pull that one off. Now standing in the center of the octagon. And again, it's that pressure game. Rivas doing a lot of feints. Lands a left jab. Overhand right missed by Rodriguez. Overhand left missed by Rivas. 3:50 left to go. 1-2 combination by Rodriguez. Left right to the jaw. That land low kick by Rivas. Circling around, it looks like there's a bit of redness on Rodriguez's nose, feigning a knee with the right leg. Rivas missing again. Double underhooks into a takedown. Rivas inside control, but grapevining the torso is Rodriguez. Both fighters trying to work here on the ground. Now, Rivas somewhat in control, but Rodriguez doing a great job denying Rivas.
Wrapping her legs around her waist and using that leg to go underneath to keep the pressure there. Not allowing... I mean, I guess technically Ribas is on top, or is that side control? A little bit of a weird angle, but not fully able to get a good grip here. Ooh, a hammer fist from Rodriguez.
And Rivas on top, trying to gain control here with 3 minutes left to go in round number 1. And a great body lock, great defense by Rodriguez. Has the arm hooked over the head and the left leg hooked over the back of Rivas. Rivas trying to fight out of it. In a world of trouble here is Rivas.
She manages to get control back, pushes Rodriguez down, but Rodriguez still with her legs fully wrapped around her waist now.
And folks, if you're having problems with ESPN+, remember, UFC fighters aren't even getting the fights. Stay patient. A lot of people are trying to get it on the card. We're covering the action for you. Hang out, listen to us, and be sure to keep trying ESPN+. Our stream's working for now. So, guys, you gotta keep trying. If you've already bought the pay-per-view, do not worry. You're not going to get locked out like Rodriguez is being locked out of trying to get back up. Her legs intertwined across the lower back of Rivas with 2:08 left to go in round number 1. Trying to get back up. Forearm shot by Rivas and a right hand to the ribs. And Rivas in control here, controlling the pace of this round throughout, Harry. And this is the most action we've seen from either fighter in the early goings of this fight.
Yeah, I mean, still, though, unfortunately, Rodriguez on her back, but managing to maintain control and keep Ribas from doing some damage. But Ribas has an arm free here. Well, she did. Oh, gets a fist in there. Ribas lands a fist, but Rodriguez pulls her close in to keep her from continuing to do any damage. Now Ribas trying to kind of wiggle her way out. Now, even though she's on top, Rodriguez is the one who's kind of in control here. Has her legs...
She's keeping the pressure, but Rodriguez just grinding on Ribas, grinding Rodriguez, and now controlling the head from top position. Rodriguez finds a way out, but she's making her work, Harry. Right hand to the ribs, right hand to the head by Rivas with 1:06 left to go. Fighting from the bottom is Rodriguez, but her gas tank trying to go for a triangle from the bottom. Can Rivas try to pull it off? Rivas's arms are blocking it, but Rodriguez trying to find a way to peel out and try to go for the submission with under 50 seconds left to go in round number 1.
Hammer fist from Ribas to Rodriguez. An elbow from Rodriguez, and then quickly grabbing the arms. Looks like two crabs fighting each other in a fish tank at this point. It just goes back and forth here. It'll be interesting to see how they score this round.
Yeah, it's a 10-9. It's a 10-9 for me right now for Rivas.
I mean,
Rivas landing more shots. She's controlling. Great defense by Rodriguez here. Still in bottom position, trying to clench it and try to neck clench. She's gassing herself out. Even if she wins the round, this could be detrimental for the next 10 minutes. Trying to go for the triangle from bottom. Can Rivas get out of this? 12 seconds left to go. Rivas trying to peel out, and she does. Rodriguez trying to interlock the legs again. Rivas fighting out of it from top position. We've got a dogfight to end round number 1. And Harry, you know what? The end of that round makes this a toss-up.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to score that because, again, even though Rodriguez was underneath, she certainly was choosing to stay there in a lot of portions of the fight here. But it'll be Depends how the judges score. Let's go to the corner here. Ribas' corner says it's a good round. When you take her down, you got to go to half guard. She's going to try to keep you there in the closed guard, so go to half. Pull her in. Throw the elbows. Come in with the jab. And throw the cross up top. Rodriguez's corner.
And Harry, our fellow hockey fans are getting a little hot right now because this is... The Conor McGregor demand is real because there are outages across ESPN Plus right now. And thank you to everybody complimenting us in the chat. We love being a part of it. Shout out to our friends at Makhmud watching along tonight.
That's right. Right now, our feed is working. We promise. However, if it does go out, we will switch to coverage of The Odd Couple. That is our promise. We will do play-by-play for all reruns.
We will do a shot-for-shot reenactment. Round number 2 getting started here. It is the second round of the first fight of UFC 257. That's Harry Terjanian. I'm Matt Ryan. Our producer is Ignacio. Our moderator, Stephanie Sotilli. 4:48 left to go in round number 1. Circling again. Rivas is going to look for a takedown. Wild shots by Rodriguez. Overhand right and a left to the body. And an uppercut and then a quick Muay Thai knee from both fighters. Rodriguez landing one. Rivas not. Rodriguez missing with a low kick. And once again, that overhand right opening up her body, Harry, to get caught in that clinch. Does not get caught that time, but leaving the barn door wide open, and Rivas gets clocked with the left hand. Rodriguez with hammer fist, trying to stop it, and she does. Marina Rodriguez stops the fight. What? No, we keep going. The fight.
I thought Herb
Dean didn't stop the fight. Herb Dean didn't stop the fight.
But he did touch
Amanda Rivas has gotten a lifeline here. Elbow to the face, right hand. Rivas gets clocked again.
Rodriguez needs to finish this
right
off.
hand, and that's it. Rivas is out on her feet. The second time, just as good. Marina Rodriguez goes to 13-1 and gets her first finish inside the octagon and her 6th knockout in her career.
A rare mistake, I think, from veteran referee Herb Dean. We'll watch the replay on that, but there was a lot of confusion by everybody involved, including...
Shout out to Barrow Peter.
Marina Rodriguez. But Rodriguez finished the job here. Ribas was definitely wobbly after being knocked loopy.
Shout out to Hands Down Clothing Co. and JH. Hands Down Clothing Co. If you want us to wear your clothing, follow us on Twitter and shoot us a DM.
Yeah. Apparently, we will take anything. If it's good, that's even better. But we're not even asking all that. Here we see the highlights here. Now, so far, Rodriguez is knocking out, and Herb Dean looked like he was going to step in to stop it. He did not touch her. He went in, but...
Oh, that could have been bad.
That could have been bad.
Oh, man. If Rivas knew what planet she was on, she could have just came in and booped her.
So it's what happened was Herb Dean went to stop the fight, and Herb Dean trying to give Ribas every opportunity to fight back, just grazed, didn't touch Ribas upon replay, and Rodriguez thought he was sort of celebrating, and Herb Dean said, "Hey, I didn't do anything," and then they continued, and Rodriguez was able to finish the job because she did knock Ribas a little loopy here, and Bruce Buffer will do the official introduction. Let's see. Let's see here.
And the official decision will probably be a TKO. Just go, Bruce.
Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 54-2 of round number 2. Winner by TKO, Marina Rodriguez.
So Marina Rodriguez getting the second round TKO. As said before, 54 seconds into the second round. Big win for her. That's a career-making win. Harry, you get the interview portion here with Rodriguez.
With John Anik. There will be a little bit of a delay due to the translation. Let's see.
And very quickly here from Ignacio, a win by Rodriguez in round 2. The prop was plus 2,300.
Oh,
so you made some fucking money on that one.
Somebody just got himself a
Mazel tov.
I was aware of her game. I knew she was going to try to take me down, grapple against the cage. And so I was able to put our game plan into actual action in the second round. John Anik says, taking a look at the fight, what was going through your mind when Herb Dean looked like he was going to stop the fight? Talk us through what happened. Brazilian translator is translating in Portuguese as we wait for her response. She's responding in Portuguese. It's a shame Joe Rogan's not here. I know he's fluent in Portuguese. This would be going much smoother.
Shout out to Mark Nilsson. Never watched you guys. Way better than watching the fights. Nice job, fellas. Thank you.
He came in close. He had his hands out. I thought it was done, but once the fight got back on, that was it. Let's go. And John Anik saying, any name on the tip of your tongue of who you'd like to fight?
Baba Boo.
Yeah. She's saying Ponce de Leon and Ralph Cirillo. Let's see. We're waiting on the names. I definitely think this win puts me in the top 5. I'll face any of those girls. My main goal, my main objective is to get the belt. Guys, now you know who I am, she says. The only words of English she knows, and significant.
That is as big as when El Gigante said, I want the belt.
I want the belt. I didn't mean she doesn't know any other English. I mean, that's the only words of English she has said tonight, and that's an incredible statement. A great fight. Great game plan. She had a lot of control on the ground. She didn't panic. She managed to at least maintain a decent amount of control on the ground. And then the second round came out swinging, and the vicious right hand lands. Then she hammer fist Ribas. Herb Dean almost stops the fight. And you know what happened? Herb Dean went to kind of stop it, and then I think Rodriguez kind of let go.
Just walked off. Shout out to Daz watching us from the UK. JH saying, Matt and Harry are great. Subscribe. You won't be disappointed.
Yes, thank you.
Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. Let people know. Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, follow all our social media. I'm at Harry Terjanian. Also, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, pretty much everything. You can see a lot of my stand-up there. And also, subscribe to my podcast, Man School 202. Sex and relationship advice and comedy. And also Catalyst Wrestling.
Indeed.
Available on multiple platforms, including Fight and Gas Digital. To see Marina Rodriguez still throwing elbows on her way out. Very excited, and she should be as she moves to 13-1. Great fight on her part. She will be leaving Abu Dhabi, a very happy woman.
And shout out to Philip Richmond watching us from Arkansas. Shout out to Bailey watching from their college dorm in Savannah. We're glad to help you out. We're glad to help all college students out, especially those in Savannah. Shout out to the Savannah Bananas, the baseball team. And shout out to Barrow Peter watching along. To those who are wondering if the Conor McGregor fight has happened yet, it has not. We're through the first fight of 4 fights.
How many people are wondering that?
5 fights, pardon me, on the main card.
How many people are wondering that? Because why would we still be broadcasting?
I don't know.
If the main event was done, as we see a highlight
Alex Eddy
reel.
also watching us from Arkansas. Shout out to Arkansas.
Oof.
Ant Blow watching us in New York. We're on the main card now. James Gill and Andrew Sanchez
looking like the lost Stallone brother.
Looking like he's about to fight Bob Probert in 1991.
Yeah, he does have a old school. He looks. Sorry, go. He looked like an extra from the movie Youngbloods. Now that you bring up hockey, I mean. Him, Rob Lowe, and Patrick Swayze.
I loved his work in Mighty Ducks 2.
Yeah, he was great. But, wow, that's, this is being the UFC. The crazier the cut, the more disciplined the fighter, I guess.
Cobra Viveri watching us from Paris.
Yes.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Josh Eggleton saying he's watching from Cuba. Rob S. watching from Hawaii.
My favorite country of all those that you just listed. As we do the DraftKings odds. Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to take
you do that. Wayne Helton saying, I'm not used to seeing Matt Ryan not drunk. It's early.
How you don't know that he's not?
Yeah. Tyler Morgan watching
sneaky alcohol.
Watching us from Shreveport, Louisiana. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. The Trenchers watching us from Australia. Shout out to the 215 Philadelphia. Philip Brown watching in the UK. MP22 watching in the UK. Rurak watching from Albania. Amadi watching from Bali. Someone saying I sound like the inconceivable guy Oh, from The Princess Bride. Ignacio, what's his name again? Bald dude from My Dinner with Andre. What the fuck is his name?
Sean something.
Oh, Sean Wallace. Wallace Sean. That's fair. James Gill watching us from Scotland. Fernando Baez from Puerto Rico. Patricio watching us from Sicily. Bonjour. Gamer Pro for Life asking if I'm Mick Foley. No, but we have been in the same room and booked on the same wrestling cards. Kelly Smith watching us from Walla Walla, Washington. Belenin watching us from Tampa. MMA Masterclass 101 UK in Birmingham over in the UK. Scott Johansson. Kinal Patal watching from Moscow. We got Flying watching from Kosovo and Albania. We've got Jubai watching us from India. So glad you guys are joining us from across the world. So many people in the chat right now. We got Brian from Arlington, Texas. We've got Oliver from South Carolina. Shout out to Jeff Jones. The loss of Platoon Sergeant John Bailey. Shout out to you and salute to you and your team. Apologies for that. Shout out to all the troops defending our country at home and abroad, especially in Washington, D.C., being called upon to protect us from ourselves, which is always great. Zenat watching from South Africa. Matt, where am I? We are in the Bada Bing portion of New Jersey. Amir IB watching, drinking Jameson tonight. JH asking, you wrestle? No, I was a manager and announcer. Now I produce wrestling events. Catalyst Wrestling every Wednesday on Fight TV, 7:30 p.m.
You can hear my voice as I am the voice of Catalyst Wrestling.
Call Caden Figs yelling, Baba Booey. Baba Booey indeed. Got a lot of people watching us from across the world tonight. Hornell, New York. I didn't even know that was a town, and I'm from New York. There's a lot of towns in New York you just don't know where the hell they are.
You just assume
there's a Mexico, New York.
There is?
Yeah. It's upstate, near Canada. British Virgin Islands watching us tonight. A lot of people. Matt Magaselli watching from Jersey. Shout out to the Dirty Jurors.
I feel like I know 7 different guys. I grew up with 7 different guys named Matt Magaselli. Go as we see some more highlight packages because that fight ended in the first
Steven
round.
So Steven Espinoza, the head of Showtime, Steven, give us a call. We like money. Is retweeting gifs of Floyd Mayweather stopping Conor McGregor while UFC is on the air, basically throwing shade at the worldwide leader in sports. Way to have tact and class, Steven.
How is that shade, though?
Because he runs Showtime and
I know that,
CBS Sports et al. And ESPN Plus is having a bit of a problem.
Oh, I see. Because they're having... Okay, they're, whatever. I mean, at least they have a fighting thing still. They have a fighting league that they're running.
The only good thing about Showtime is the boxing.
Yeah.
And you have Deontay Wilder and what else, sir?
Yeah.
Well, I will call a Deontay Wilder fight.
I heard they're carrying...
I will run naked through Central Park to get paid to call a Deontay Wilder fight. Putting that out there right now.
Aren't they carrying bump fights over there or no? They're not? I thought they were reviving that.
Premier Boxing PBC is actually just going to be old. Until the pandemic ends, it's just going to be nothing but Kimbo Slice reruns.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see here as we look at the welterweight.
Paul Allen
rankings.
Avila asking, watching from the Philippines, who would win in a boxing match, Manny Pacquiao or Conor McGregor?
I mean, I'm going to go with the boxer on this one. Probably Manny Pacquiao. It's just an entire different discipline. We both watched the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. I feel like Mayweather toyed with him for 4 rounds. And when he felt like everyone got their money's worth, just knocked him out and then took his duffel bag full of money and they got on the same private plane.
And the next time we'll be with you is about 3 weeks' time on February 13th. Same time, same place. For UFC 258, Gilbert Burns going up against Kamaru Usman, Uriah Hall against Chris Weidman, Macy Barber against Alexa Grasso. Not a same card here as here tonight. People from all across the world, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Garrison Graves from Kentucky. We've got people watching from New Delhi, from Kent in England. Someone saying they're from Narnia. Shout out to the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
See here, and more filler from the UFC.
Yeah, too. Gus Figueroa drinking Jim Beam. Someone else saying that I sound like Wallace Shawn.
Inconceivable. I watched that movie for the first time in a little bit. I think it was on HBO Max or whatever. he knows he does know how to use the word inconceivable. He's using it right the whole time. This whole time, I thought he was messing it up.
No.
And when Montoya goes, I don't think it means what you think it does. Montoya's wrong this whole time. Wallace Shawn is correct.
How dare you make fun of the great Mandy Patinkin?
Mandy Patinkin. Great movie overall. Also, another, if you haven't seen the Andre the Giant documentary on HBO.
I've not seen that yet.
You have not?
I've not seen that yet. I got to make time to see that.
No, you got to watch that.
We got Evan.
Watch that. It's very good.
Evan watching from Crumlin, the home area of one Conor McGregor. Callum Hall in Plymouth, England. People from New Brunswick, Canada. A lot going on here. Someone asking the hard-hitting questions. Harry, Wawa or Sheets? That's from Indo5673.
I haven't done too many Sheets. I've only been to one Sheets in my life, so I got to say Wawa by default. But even though I've never been to Sheets, better than 7-Eleven. I'm going to throw that out there.
Well, that's not a high bar.
Here's the thing.
That's not a high bar.
Here's the problem. And we'll get into this because we have a lot of time to fill here. 7-Eleven had this mythical thing growing up because you're from New York, I'm from New York. We didn't get 7-Eleven till
last
just
20 years?
15.
It's been around for at least 20 years. There was one where I was
in
where
20
I grew
years,
up.
but like heavy the last 15 to 17 years where they actually started tearing New York City apart. So we had this mythology of the Slurpee because if you didn't live in like South Jersey, they didn't have 7-Eleven, and it's a great drink, the Slurpee, but that's all they got. That's day one. That's it. That's all they have. Wawa's better. Quick Check is better. They make fresh sandwiches.
Well, yes. That's
I'm what does Sheets think? What is Sheets? Have you done enough Sheets?
I've been to a few Sheets. I prefer Wawa.
You prefer Wawa, yeah.
And Makhmud, Muradov, and Andrew Sanchez, a fight that was supposed to be on the prelims, Harry, that got moved up to the main card.
Now, why did it get moved up, Matt?
Because Atman Ezetar and his team, according to Dana White, ripped off their COVID wristbands yesterday. Shout out to C4 San Diego in Wickiup, California, donating $5 to the cause. They cut off their wristbands, gave it to somebody in the outside. That person broke into the hotel, breaking the COVID bubble. Shimmied across 4 balconies to drop off a bag. That whole team and the fighter are fired. And
from the UFC.
From the UFC. Got fired.
Oh, boy. How many times did I say you can't trust a guy named Azatar? I've said it. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Makhmud Muradov.
He was on a 13-fight win streak, 16 wins by knockout, 10 first-round finishes, Harry. He fought 6 times in 2019. The last time we saw him inside the octagon was in December of 2019 when he dropped Trevor Smith in the 3rd round. His UFC debut was a decision against Alessio Di Chirico. Had 4 fights and opponents canceled in 2020. Has 16 knockout wins, 3 times by submission, 5 wins by decision, knocked out once, submitted 3 times with 2 decision losses. He is going against Andrew Sanchez, who we'll go over in just a second.
I'm just fascinated by somebody who doesn't get to fight at all, and no fault of his own. It wasn't a choice, but has not fought in over a year. That's just kind of nuts. Like, what does that do for you mentally? And 4 fights, meaning several camps had started, and then that's got to be messed up mentally. I don't know if you're overexcited, I mean, it's a lot of time. As Andrew Sanchez looking like, Frank Stallone's stunt double. Going with the mullet, trying to bring it back. For what reason, I don't know, but God bless you, Andrew Sanchez, for trying.
Pelagamus shouting out from Pensacola. From the Panhandle, Michael P.S. Hayes territory, saying, "Where are your white manna burgers?" I had a burger before, but I cooked some
my goodness, white manna burgers?
That sounds delicious.
You've never had?
I've had it. Yeah.
I mean, it's legendary. It's great stuff. Better than White Castle. That's fine. You can say it. It's a local, only in New Jersey. Literally, I think there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or you know what? No, one of them I think is the White Road. One of those things where everything has become. But White Manna, great stuff here in Jersey City.
If you're a big fan of interim WBA titles, in the 11th round, Rassi Alim stopped Victor Pasillas to win the interim WBA title. Once again, in the 11th round, we are getting ready for our next fight. At middleweight, it's Andrew Sanchez versus Makhmud Muradov. Take a look at Sanchez. His last fight was against Wellington Thurman, where he dropped Thurman in the 1st round. The winner of the Ultimate Fighter number 23 and a former RFA middleweight champion.
And Sanchez looking very excited.
Pulling a Bryan Danielson in ROH by making his way out to the octagon to the final countdown by Europe. And if you've never been in a venue when Bryan Danielson was coming out to the final countdown, chills.
Great energy.
Chills up and down your spine.
Great energy here as we do the tail of the tape, man.
Sanchez 32, Muradov 30. Muradov with a height and reach advantage, 6'2", and a 75.5-inch reach against Sanchez with a 74-inch reach, standing in at 6'1". Both stepping on the scales here yesterday at 186 pounds.
So even all the way through.
Shout out to Kyle De Leon from Warner Robins, Georgia, the home of former college football star and former WCW World Heavyweight Champion Ron Simmons.
That's right, a.k.a. Farouk, a.k.a. Damn. Here we go. Muradov pacing back and forth here, smiling, very excited to be back.
24-6 in his career. John Anderson watching from Massapequa, New York. And you are not going to get the fight watching it on YouTube. We are calling the fights live for you here. I'm Matt Ryan as Harry Terjanian. We got Stolen Colder 71 watching from Lexington, Indiana. And we got the official introductions. Andrew Sanchez fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
He's doing this for the Nordiques.
Missed the Nordiques.
You just missed the logo. I mean, let's be honest.
And the jerseys.
Oh,
their WHA jerseys were
the Florida
fire.
Deli. The Florida Deli.
No, it was that weird thing, the weird logo.
Oh, okay. Referee Jason Herzog.
Good referee, good referee.
Able to manage the action.
So it's Sanchez and Muradov, and here we go, round number one. Shout out to Kevin from Baton Rouge. And Sanchez, a little more aggressive. Can kick by Muradov, does not land. Left hand missing by Muradov. Kick caught by Muradov against Sanchez. Tried for a head kick, did Muradov with the leg in his hand. Did not land that one. A lot of activity, a lot of action here.
Both fighters coming out with a lot of energy, trying to bring it. Very cautious, though, still, but definitely a lot of bouncing, a lot of energy. Nobody's sitting around here. Ooh, another front kick.
Yeah, another leaping front kick. A bicycle kick, if you will, in public. From Muradov. Left hand landed by Sanchez.
Yeah, they'll have to settle into this because both fighters sort of have the same level of high energy here. Same intention from both of them. Although Sanchez control in the middle of the cage here.
Muradov missing with a low kick, now pacing. More active fighter is Sanchez, controlling the octagon, trying to utilize reach. Uppercut missing by Muradov. Muradov on a 13-month hiatus from action. High kick by Sanchez, going for the head, did not land, but lands a left jab to the face. Going for the takedown, great stuff by Muradov, stuffing the single leg and landing a right-left to the head of Sanchez, who is barely registering those punches from Muradov. Low kick by Muradov opens up the face, and Sanchez lands a right hand. Low kick, and then
another
Muradov.
Right hand from Muradov.
Left hand landed by Muradov, pacing around the center of the octagon. Body kick landed by Sanchez. 3:30 left to go in round number one. Trying to find an opportunity, trying to find some positioning here is either fighter. Feigning a combination, but Muradov landing one right hand. Once again, feigning combinations, missing with the head kick. Just throwing here. These guys are getting the jitters out, getting the jumblies out. This fight was supposed to initially be on the prelim card, but moved up, as we said earlier, due to some chicanery from another fighter. And Muradov, a low kick to the knee of Sanchez, kicking that outside leg. 2:56 left to go in round number one. Missing punches is Muradov. Sanchez once again strolling around, as we saw in the first fight, keeping their distance, trying to play the pressure game. Both fighters missing punches. But the deeper this fight goes, you got to wonder if Muradov's going to have the gas tank as opposed to Sanchez, who fought back in August. And now going for the takedown was Muradov after a kick attempt, and Sanchez stuffs it, but now his back's to the fence and eats a left to the head and a right to the body from Muradov.
But making his way back to the center of the cage, Sanchez, after surviving that quick onslaught, throws a couple wild swings. Muradov moving around.
Ben Askren just tweeting out, who are these guys? Well, they're hired by the UFC and didn't get sleeped with a knee. So that's where we stand with that. Ben Askren could take all the blood out of my body, but that's immaterial to the point. Left-right combination by Sanchez.
He might legitimately be asking. He might still be concussed from that last fight. see a front kick missed by Muradov. Good energy maintained throughout this first round. Both fights slowing down a little bit, but still got a lot of bounce to them.
Right now, I'm really liking... Oh, Muradov just swinging wildly. Sanchez more composed. I like what I'm seeing out of Sanchez, Harry. Muradov just full of nervous energy, trying to find that knockout. Trying to find that stoppage here. Sanchez throwing a quick left, straight left to the face. 1-2 to the body, left, right by Muradov. 128 left to go in round number 1.
Front kick missed by Muradov.
Minute 20 left to go. Muradov not landing a lot here.
He landed something there. I guess it was semi-blocked by Sanchez, but both fighters back to the center of the cage here.
Shout out to All Shoulders donating 99 cents, tweeting pink ice cream cone. I don't know what that means. That could be something involving the Atlanta hip-hop community, but I'm not sure. Trying to take the leg is Muradov, and then just throws into a flurry of shots as another takedown attempt, stopped by Sanchez.
Both these fighters are very similar sort of pace and style in this fight. Ooh, a wild swing by Muradov that misses.
Low kick by Muradov. Eats a left by Sanchez. Sanchez left-right combination. Barely landing on Muradov. Muradov with a left-right of his own to the jaw of Sanchez. Low kick by Muradov, not landing.
I mean, Sanchez seems very focused throughout this. Ooh, a flying knee attempt by Muradov, but Sanchez fights it back.
Right hand not landing by Muradov. 16 seconds left to go. Left, right, fakes, goes for the takedown again. Does Muradov. Stuffed again by Sanchez. Sanchez winning the round on takedown stops. Takedown defense alone. Ooh, and then another bicycle kick attempt by Muradov. Not landing. Lands a low kick as we end round number 1.
Muradov sort of trying to pull out different crazy plays, different calls, I guess, in his arsenal of moves. A lot of front kicks, flying knees.
He's throwing everything and anything that he can at Muradov right now.
Not phasing him. Let's see what his corner has to say. Sanchez's corner says, you have to be much more careful with that right hand. I don't mind you. Listen to me. Focus. Cover. I need you to cover more. Use the cage. 3-2. The head kick is there.
Shout out to Amir IB watching us from Arlington, Virginia, and shout out to everybody. Someone asking, did I watch the Joe Rogan podcast with The Undertaker? I have not yet. That is on my list.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. You can catch that for free on Spotify.
Oof. And it seems like the Wi-Fi is down in the ETHAD arena, and our fellow MMA journalists are losing their shit. This, Harry, is the night we win.
Oh, wow.
We win!
We finally have
Suck
people
my
watching.
dick!
This is like... That's what you chose to go with? That's your Al Michaels...
That's right.
Believe in miracles?
That's right. Matt Ryan, suck my dick 2021. Put it on a t-shirt. Round number 2 getting started. I don't give a good goddamn. I'm in the wrestling business. I do this for money. 4:53 left to go in round 2.
We started this. We said we're going to try to be clean and professional.
Yeah.
The first, I think that lasted all of 5 minutes. It's round 2. Wow, wild swing by Sanchez. Misses. Muradov moves out of the way.
Going for the body. Sanchez looking like Howlin' Mad Murdoch from both versions of the 18.
There you go.
4:35. Let's go. Sanchez going in. Left, right, and then almost eats a foot to the throat by Muradov. Muradov back to the octagon, trying to pace around. Low kick by Muradov. Left, right combination from Sanchez.
Sanchez came out with a lot of energy.
He's
trying
more
to end
active.
This.
Yeah, he is more active, less passive in this round. Muradov still full of that bounce energy that we notice all the time, Harry.
A wild swing again from Muradov. Oh! First dick kick of the main card. Well, dick punch, technically.
And taking a look at the strikes here outside of that kick to the dick, Sanchez landing 10 shots to the head, 5 to the body, 2 to the legs.
And let's see how long of this 5 minutes Muradov takes. I think he's going to be all right. I don't think it's going to be very long. Let's see on the replay. No, it's not from that. Did it graze the cup? It barely grazed the upper area.
I think Muradov did that to calm down a little bit. Shout out to Tim watching us from North Dakota. Someone saying we need you loose for the main event, Matt. No, that's fair.
I mean, look, everybody's watching. The whole world's watching.
Shout out to McHenry, Illinois. Alex saying, I'm sorry that we were unprofessional. We're just busting balls and having fun.
Yeah, I mean... tell you to go over to ESPN Plus to get your coverage, but apparently you can't. You can't.
Shout out to
can't
South
watch
Africa.
it. Can't write about it.
Minnesota in the house. Champaign, Illinois here. The penis kick, the time for that has subsided. Muradov getting back into the action. Daniel Cormier, who is on the competing audio version of this show, said Henry Cejudo has the best karate side stance in MMA, and Stephen Thompson is currently losing his shit.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to the Pacific Northwest. Shout out to the Don Owen territory.
And here we go. Sanchez pinning Muradov against the cage here. A little bit of movement, some knees. He's got to be careful. He's going to knee him in the cup again.
Don't go for the gonads again.
We can't have an Andrew Galata situation
here.
My
God.
In Abu Dhabi. Let's not cause a riot.
If no one's ever seen the Andrew Galata Riddick Bowe fight, which we bring up all the time on this show, please.
One of the greatest pieces of media ever.
3:16, what left to go in the round, and this has been Sanchez's round. Muradov still bouncing around, even though he got shocked to the junk. Yeah, Pat McAfee to the beanbag by Sanchez.
Wild swing from Sanchez. Pace is slowed down here after the dick kick. Let's see. Yeah,
Shout
Sanchez.
out to Mark Collin, first-time listener. Hopefully a long-time listener after this.
Sanchez controlling the center of the cage again.
But he's breathing heavy, Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, and a right hand by Muradov. And dropping his hands is Sanchez. That's a dangerous game. Lands a quick left jab to the nose of Muradov.
Yeah, Sanchez definitely looks a little tired, more tired here.
Shout out to Colby. And in Cincinnati, shout out to everybody watching us in New Zealand. Richmond, Virginia. Crystal Lake, Illinois in the house. Muradov missing with that left hand. Sanchez with a left-right. 2:16 left to go in round number 2 of 3 in the UFC middleweight division. Combination to the body by Muradov. 2 straight lefts by Sanchez, not landing. Tried to go for a punch to the face and a head kick.
That's 3 strikes in a row that did not land.
He would be out in baseball, but this is not baseball. This is violence.
There we go. Sanchez just trying to be patient, a little tired here, but you know, Muradov not exactly going for the kill here either. He's got a little more bounce to him, but not exactly going for the kill. Let's see here. Center of the octagon, he controls it.
Muradov gets immediately met by a right hand by Sanchez after a left attempt by Muradov. Left jab by Muradov. And Sanchez seems like he's psyched out Muradov, which you wouldn't have thought would happen heading into tonight. Left hand by Sanchez, missing hard with a right hand. These guys are throwing everything and nothing. It's feeling like a late 90s, early 2000s UFC fight here, where it's a lot of strikes, 1-2 combination from Muradov to Sanchez. Shot to the body by Muradov.
A front kick by Muradov again.
Not landing, but getting some momentum here with 1 minute left to go in the round. Left hook. Landed, misses with that right, though. Did Muradov. Not landing a lot of combinations, Harry. Setting up combinations, but Sanchez finding the ability to get out of the way from multiple strikes. Missing the head kick was Muradov with 45 seconds left to go in round number 2.
Sanchez controlling the center of that cage. Lands a couple combinations.
Muradov missing with a left hand, an overhand left. 35 seconds left to go. Left-right combination misses by Sanchez. Muradov's back to the fence. Bounces off, and then once again pacing around the outer layer of the octagon.
A lot of good movement from both fighters to dodge some of those strikes. And, Sanchez brushes off a couple more punches for Muradov. It lands a jab of his own, Sanchez does.
Missing with that left is Sanchez. 10 seconds left to go in the round. Feigning a leg kick. And another bicycle kick attempt by Muradov. Doesn't land it, but lands a right hand and a little bit of strawberry jam landing on piling up on Sanchez's nose. Round ends with Muradov missing with a right hand, but hitting an overhand left. And if the judges are judging it the way I think they're judging it, that might have turned the round around for Muradov.
Yeah, I could
if
see
he
Muradov
busted it
taking
open.
that. Let's see here. Sanchez's corner saying, "Listen up. Finish combinations with a left leg to the head. I need more fake takedowns. Stay relaxed. Stay focused. The left hand has to come back high. If he works on your guard, it's okay. Right now you're pressing into the guard, you're trying to get out of the way all the time. Square up and block the shots. I think we're down," says his corner man. Andrew Sanchez, "How are we doing?" His corner man says, "I think we're down." Maybe the right thing to tell him. All right, they're ready to resume.
Yeah,
Maybe
if I'm Muradov's corner, I'm telling him, yo, you down 2 rounds to nothing.
I mean, it's not a guarantee.
Light him up.
Yeah, it is not a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination. This could really go either way depending on how the judges view this. And depending on the goofy-ass judging of whoever's doing this.
It's gonna be a banjo. We're going to get some banjo judging here.
It's got the making of a wild night. Herb Dean almost cost somebody a fight. Somebody got tossed out for smuggling a bag of what I assume are double-stuffed Oreos. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Speaking of, stuffing and playing the long game, a shot to the groin in the main event is a plus 4,500. A groin shot DQ. A prop bet is plus 4,500. Thank you to Jonathan Roncone for donating $4.99 to the cause.
God bless you, whoever is putting their money on that and wanting to be part of the sequel to Uncut Gems. This is the insanity of taking that bet. But all right, I guess you don't care about your wife and kids. Here we go.
Shout out to Tommy Hamlin asking what I'm drinking. I'm drinking water and also Proper 12.
Water.
I had a full bottle of water.
Water, I think, what is it? Oh, Proper 12 also?
I have water as well, you piece of garbage.
I just like that you mentioned it. There's a lot of stuff. I'm drinking a lot of things here. I'm looking it over. I see some water. I see Proper 12. Here we go. Oh, a high kick by Muradov.
And for those who have ESPN woes, our moderator also dealing with ESPN Plus woes. I'm just glad it's working for us.
Oh, there we go.
And shout out to Liam for just subscribing. And Sanchez bleeding, but landing a quick combination here. He's gotta stay active here to make sure he doesn't get the second and third round stolen from him against Muradov, because that can throw everything into disarray.
This is not a given for either of these guys, to be quite honest. It's been pretty close.
Left hand. I give second round to Sanchez. Oh, and Muradov coming at him with an overhand left, not landing that, trying to get through the defenses, lands a uppercut, though.
He did block him, but, those were pretty strong. Oh, combinations to the body from Muradov. Sanchez still standing strong, though, in the center of the cage.
3:05 left to go in round number 3, and Muradov once again against the fence eats a right-left combination from Sanchez. Muradov not landing a strike there, but avoiding one from Sanchez. Muradov has a little bit of a mouse underneath his left eye. Sanchez looking like he was in the middle of a light train accident, but has been winning this fight, in my opinion.
In all fairness, he kind of looked a little messed up before the fight.
Yeah.
There we go.
Shout out to Jonathan Roncone donating $20 to the cause.
A tepid right from Sanchez, who looks a little tired here.
Some billable hours tonight. Muradov landing a right hand, missing with an uppercut.
Andrew's corner shouting to guard up, knock him down, make him miss.
Sanchez throwing a right hand right into the gullet, but a temple shot to send by Muradov. Muradov catches Sanchez right in the temple, and now landing knees with impunity, trying to bust through the defenses, and Herzog stops the fight with 2:01 left to go in the third.
Wow.
Muradov hit Sanchez's snooze button, sent him to Dream Street, and knocked him right the fuck out. Muradov going over to Dana White, having a conversation, possibly bitching about ESPN Plus not being able to work, and Muradov losing the fight, lights the lamp and gets the TKO win.
Wow, the body language of Sanchez, he knocked him. I almost thought Sanchez was fooling around for half a second, knocked him silly side to side. He was wiggling back and forth, and then Muradov went for the kill. An incredible
Let's
strike.
take a look at the replay again. Sanchez going with that overhand right. Muradov bouncing off the fence. Feigns, overhand right behind the ear, stumbles him, makes Sanchez look like he's in the fucking Thriller video. Behind the ear, sends his legs, gives him the rubber band AI, needed a head, opens up with a combination, that right uppercut, Harry, while Sanchez has the block up. That's the fucking closing shot. And now Herzog just looking to save Sanchez from more punishment.
He gave him an opportunity to fight back, but Sanchez was just taking the blows, just had his hands up only to protect himself to some degree, but it was the right call to stop that. And he's continuing to talk to Dana White, is Muradov. Let's hear what he's saying. Let's see. he wants to know why. Oh, Muradov said, "Why am I not getting a follow on Instagram?" Apparently, is that what it's come to? Oh boy, wait till he signs up for TikTok. It's a whole other story. And Sanchez, with a disappointed look on his face, and rightfully so, unfortunately got clocked. I mean, he was stumbling. I mean, his legs gave out for half a second.
Mm-hmm. And ESPN PR putting out a statement. We are aware of an issue impacting some fans' ability to access tonight's pay-per-view, and they're working to resolve it as quickly as possible.
How does that happen?
See, servers, much like magnets, we don't know how the fuck they work. Yeah. But Makhmud...
Maybe the Insane Clown Posse can release a music video.
You would hope. You would hope.
You would think.
But, I need water after that, Harry.
Right,
you cover the post-fight interview.
My goodness. John Anik here talking to Makhmud Muradov. John Anik saying you wanted a follow from Dana White. The translation here. Thank you so much. I'm fighting 3 more in the UFC. Maybe give me 2 or 3 months. Better. I'll be better. Humbly, I win. Big motivation for a young guy. To go up in my country, I'm happy. Big thanks for Czech Republic, my fans. And he's saying some words that need to be translated. He dedicates his win to his daughter, who was born in May, says John Anik. Before I let you go, the nature of this win sets you up for a big fight, potentially in the top 15. Any idea who you'd like to face next? And we're waiting for the translation here. He's ready whenever with anyone. As long as his hand is not broken, he's ready. I don't know if that means that he might have hurt his hand during this. Some more statements here. I'm waiting on the translation. He's saying something for his mama and papa. I know that much. Thank you so much. Makhmud Muradov is your winner now, moving to 25-6. A great finish to that fight. A lot of patience from him, and waited for his opportunity. Brought to you by Proper 12. Celebrating the fact that apparently we're the only one broadcasting this fight now. It's us and I think one PBS station in Houston is pirating a feed. And then also maybe WKRP.
Yes.
As well. I'm looking at the ESPN Plus, and right now they're showing reruns of Dragnet. Okay, I mean that's an option. The movie
with Tom Hanks.
Oh boy, oh boy. I think they're airing. Okay, the World Strongman competition from 1985. That's a good one.
Magnus for Magnuson up in this motherfucker.
So I mean they're doing all right over there. They're doing all right. They'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't you shed a tear for ESPN. They'll be fine.
Oh, you mean the company owned by the largest corporation in the world?
Well, where do you get that mouse finds out what happened tonight?
Heads are gonna roll. Oh,
he's not gonna be thrilled.
He and Stephen A. Smith are gonna go door to door.
Yeah, well, Stephen A. Smith is still, for some reason, he's taking this opportunity to diss the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what that's about. I mean, it's been weeks now. He should let it go. He should let it go at this point.
So this Muradov, not only did he get a win for himself, Harry.
Yes.
He is the only fighter signed to the money team. So Floyd Mayweather got a win tonight.
All right.
Floyd Mayweather, who postponed allegedly his fight with Jake Paul due to a lack of interest.
On whose part? On
the world.
Mayweather's part?
No, the world.
Like I'm not interested.
The world's lack of interest.
A lack of interest. I mean, I want to see Jake Paul, or I keep forgetting which one, get his ass kicked. I'd like to see both of them. If Mayweather could do both of them at the same time, I think let's do a handicap match. We haven't done that. A handicap boxing match, make it fair.
First of all, I don't think either of them can get down to what was Floyd fighting at? Welterweight? He was fighting at like super welterweight. How the hell are any of the Paul brothers going to get down to super welterweight?
This is an exhibition fight. So I'm going to say cocaine based on nothing. I have no knowledge. But if I had to take a random guess, probably cocaine would help in that.
And shout out to Hands Down Clothing Company, who's going to be sending us.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Please.
Mark Collins saying I'm quickly becoming his favorite human.
Follow us on Instagram so we know what you guys make. Yeah, your favorite human. Certainly the favorites covering the fights tonight.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's.
It's not a big race right now.
Yeah.
If you live in North America, you're it's us. It's think
us
our friends.
Burt Sugarman.
Yes, Burt Sugarman. Burt Sugar.
Burt Sugar. What is a Sugarman?
I think that's from a movie.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Someone
Burt
just
Sugar
said I look like Mayim Bialik.
Oh boy. Which one? Wait, Big Bang Theory or Blossom?
I don't. Or that new show, Call Me Cat, which is on after Hell's Kitchen, which aggravates me on my DVR. Toker88 saying I'm his emotional support human. Well, I'm glad.
That hurts Mayim Bialik's feelings.
So next up is our next fight is going to be Joanne Calderwood, who is walking into tonight minus 120, and Jessica I, who is even money. I don't know if that's a good thing if you're walking into a fight with even money. It's like, you're here.
It's not a vote of confidence.
It is not.
We don't think you're going to die in the ring, so that's good news. Complete coverage of coming up here on SportsCenter. Hey.
Shout out to Thomas Majors, third time he's watching. A shout out from Louisville, Kentucky. Motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. Stephen A. Smith is going to be doing his post-fight coverage.
Oh, great. That's always what we need.
I mean, I don't mind him as much as everybody else does, but I get it. Listen, I would be very hypocritical of me to judge
asking,
someone.
will Dan A. White be on today's show? Stay around after the main event to find out.
We'll see, yeah. We'll see. I mean, listen, we should introduce Dan A. White to the world. Now's the opportunity.
Yeah. At the end of the main event, I have a feeling Dan A. White will come say hi.
No relation to Dana White.
No
relation.
No, none at all.
Okay, so
Josh Thomas asking us to watch the language. If our language offends you, we apologize. It is the internet. We will try our best.
Watch the language.
Cheers to everybody drinking out there.
What is Joanne Calderwood with the...
Joanne Calderwood looks like, what's her name from the IT crowd?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember her name. Look, she was doing like a Lily Tomlin type character with the hairstyle, but very dangerous in the octagon.
Darren Till on Twitter is suggesting that this is a conspiracy theory put out by Dana White to catch people using illegal streams.
Oh, is that what it is? You know, that was written into the COVID relief bill, was making streaming illegal.
Yeah.
A crime.
Fucking hand jobs.
Or whatever. Let's see here.
And it's Tasman Gray. No, that's from Black Books, Steph. I'm thinking of Jen from IT Crowd. Joanne Calderwood looks like Jen from the IT Crowd.
Hey, all those Brits look alike to me. What am I going to say? I'm trying to reverse Jimmy the Greek this. I'm going to do only white people.
A lot of people saying I look like number one George, line of the night. I'll take Bruce Valanche. Number one George with the line of the night. I'll take Bruce Valanche for the block.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Although at this point,
I love it.
In all fairness, Bruce Valanche wishes he looked like you. Have you seen Bruce Valanche? It's not.
Well, I'm not saying I'm
great
happy
comedy
with the
writer,
comparison.
but yeah. Let's see, Brett Okamoto over at ESPN. With his Twitter handle is viaTKO ESPN.
This coming in, UFC fans on Twitter are asking ESPN Plus to wait until after Calderwood and I to fix the stream.
Oh wow! Oh boy!
This is your 2004 in WWE popcorn match, ladies and gentlemen.
That's hurtful.
Shout out to Maddie Stephen from Ireland. Shout out to Jonathan Roncone donating another $4.99 to the cause. John Doe saying ESPN Plus is now working. Someone saying I sound like Skippy from Family Ties.
Oh boy,
that's an
Mark
obscure-ass reference.
Mark Skippy Price. All right, here we go.
Shout out to Dustin Michael.
All the way from
Chris
Scotland.
in China. We got New Zealand. People are asking where Dan A. White is. We know he's in the state of New Jersey.
Well, he has an ankle bracelet. He can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. And that's got to be rough because you have to staple those to a puppet's leg because they're made of felt. He'll slip out of it.
Yeah.
You got to sew them in. And why is Why is he outside of the octagon if that's him? Or is that somebody else?
He lost his keys.
Oh, boy. Lost one of his hotel card.
Yeah. Joanne Calderwood, third most significant strikes in UFC flyweight history with 444. That's not just a Jay-Z album. Tied for fourth with most takedowns in flyweight history with 10. Also for Calderwood, last time we saw her, she got submitted by Jennifer Maia back in August. She's 1-2 in her last 3, Harry, with another loss to Caitlin Chukagian back at UFC 238 and a win against Andrea Lee at UFC 242. Both of those being decisions. She's been in the UFC since 2014. Notable losses in the octagon to Cynthia Calvillo and Jessica Andrade. Notable wins against Courtney Casey, Valerie Letourneau, and Ariana Lipski. 5 wins by knockout, 1 submission win, 8 decision wins. So this one might go with the full 15 minutes, which may not be the greatest thing in the world.
Well, let's see. I mean, we've been surprised. There's been a night of craziness. A lot of interesting things that we've never seen before. Including fighters being thrown out for smuggling bags of what... I can't wait to find out what was in the bag. I just hope it was for like fried chicken or something. Just something like...
It was It was UFC hats. It was just... It was swag that they
bootleg,
forgot.
No, it's better that it was bootleg that they wanted to sell out when they found out there was a crowd.
And it's the old logo of the gray man.
Yeah.
The fucking community human... The Greendale human being. That's what the UFC old logo looks like. It looks like the Greendale human being.
It's weird. Had an upside down Nike swoosh, which is wrong, which is very bizarre. When
did they switch over to Venom, Ignacio? Like, is it now or is it like in February?
No, they're wearing Reebok, so they did.
Yeah, it's not. It's like it's this year.
Switch over to Venom. Wow, great move for Venom. UFC.
You know, Harry, Stephen A. Smith's going to join Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping, our friend from Gas Digital, for roundtable UFC coverage. You know, if they add, like, Stu Gatz or Dan Le Batard, they might be able to get the golden sombrero.
I say
I think Dan Le Batard quit ESPN, but Jessica Ai...
Did he quit, or was
I think he left.
No, he did a final show, yeah.
He left. Last seen in June, did Jessica Ai in a decision loss to Cynthia Calvillo. She's 4-2 in her last 6. Her only other loss was against Valentina Shevchenko at UFC 238. Wins against Viviane Araujo, Caitlin Chukagian, and Jessica Rose Clark. All of those by decision. Strap the fuck in, kids. It's going to be a long 15 minutes.
I don't know. It could be anything. Jessica Ai coming in with a good amount of energy, doing the double stomp in the cage. A lot of intensity. But we'll see what it all means. This is not obviously the fan favorite
Harry,
of all
there's
the fights.
a rumor on Twitter. I'm just seeing this
5,
now.
but it's thick. No? Is that not it?
That Chandler and Hooker is actually for the Parlor Lightweight Championship.
Oh, boy.
Take a look at the tail of the tape. Both of them 34, both of them 5'6", both of them 126 pounds. The only difference between them, outside of tattoos, is Jessica Ai has a half-inch reach advantage, 66 inches to 65.5.
American Jessica Ai. Here we go. Bruce Buffer doing the introductions in his Purple Rain style jacket. Looks like he's ready to go to prom in 1976 and looking fabulous every second of the way.
And technically what we're doing is legal, but if I sang a note of Purple Rain, we'd be taken down, and I would be shot.
Oh, boy. But not because of copyright, just because of your voice. Just the...
And for those who want to know what they're coming out to, Joanne Calderwood came out to Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Jessica Ai to Down Low by Town Mountain. Down Low is how people are going to feel during this fight, and Sweet Dreams is what people are going to think they want
Are
after
you the Eurythmics from Scotland?
I don't think so, but it does feel like this fight for many is like walking on broken glass.
Oh, wow. That bad, huh? People are really irritated by this. All right.
I don't know if they're irritated, but I wouldn't have put this on the main card. I get it. But
I mean, it wasn't even the opening fight, so it was always going to be on the main card. They didn't even get bumped in.
Kevin O'Sullivan saying, I think Lance Armstrong's blood while training at altitude was in the bag.
Oh, boy. Wow, they're really trying to go. That's extreme doping. That they ran through a bull's testicles somehow.
Yeah, so that's high-level EPO, brother. That's some high-level EPO.
And then they ran it through the Moscow Olympic team, the Russian Olympic team. Oh, wait.
Keith Peterson. Looking like he is about to attend or shut down a Black Flag show is our official.
Yeah, Keith Peterson very upset that he couldn't add another button legally to that polo shirt to button it up further.
I believe that is because of certain restrictions. And we start... Oh, and they just said, fuck it, we fighting in a Muay Thai clinch already. Calderwood getting pieced up by Ai. Body kicked by Calderwood. I am eating. All of us are eating our words here. Yeah. Shots to the body by Calderwood to the midsection with right hands and a knee. Calderwood with a body kick, throwing a left. Both of these ladies heard what we were saying, took it in, and decided to yell, "Fuck it, YOLO," and they are yeeting each other across the octagon. Calderwood's back against the fence. I looking for a takedown here, or to basically back away. Right arm underneath the armpit of I. Calderwood back against the fence, trying to pivot out or shoot for a takedown. I in a bit of trouble.
There you go. I just pressing Calderwood against the cage here.
Knee to the body, shot by to the eye of Calderwood by I. Left hand by I. Missing left-right combination by Calderwood landing. Muay Thai clinch by Calderwood, but gets an uppercut to the jaw. Calderwood landing a knee. Once again, Calderwood going for the Muay Thai clinch. I pressing Calderwood against the back of the octagon.
With her head, too, trying to almost headbutting to some degree. Calderwood doing something unique, dragging her while she was doing the Muay Thai clinch to the cage.
And kicking her way out of it was Calderwood. Body kick by Calderwood to the midsection of I. Once again, getting in that clinch. Single Thai clinch with an elbow.
And it's going to be a long fight in a different way than we expected. I mean, this has been brutal.
Yeah, this has been an ugly fight. Right hands to the face of Calderwood. And I once again pressing Calderwood against the fence, trying to scoop her arm underneath the back of Calderwood and take her down. Calderwood pressing her shoulder, I pressing her shoulder into the midsection of Calderwood as JoJo's getting her face pressed against the fence. Knee missed by I, but a right left to the face of JoJo Calderwood. The number 7 and number 6 ranked competitors at women's flyweight Muay Thai clinch again. Both of these fighters having each other in the clinch. Calderwood taking control for a second, and now it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots in the clinch, an elbow by Calderwood, and both of these ladies are looking like they're feeling the brunt of this damage.
Yeah, it's been some heavy shots here. Another great combination. Again, a Muay Thai clinch and knees from Calderwood. She's certainly going with a specific game plan here.
And then a clinch attempt, and now back against the fence, just trying to slow down the fight.
I has Calderwood pressed against the fence, but it's not due to control. It's almost like to try to get a respite in a weird way, to try to stop the combinations and the knee strikes. So it's a rare situation that you'd press someone against the cage to stop your opponent here and just keep her pressed there out of defense almost in a weird way. And I keeping that right arm around the back of Calderwood's leg and knee to the body by Calderwood. Calderwood just uppercuts
eating right uppercuts to the midsection, and I again going for the takedown, not landing.
And again, now I trying to take the legs out to get Calderwood down, but Calderwood, even though they're the same size, she's managing to use her height properly to maintain defense, and they split up back to the center of the octagon.
Left leg kick landed by Calderwood, and once again in that clinch, instigated by Calderwood, peels off, lands a left hand. Minute 18, and then we got a firefight again. Left-right combinations from both fighters. It's hard to give anybody this round right now.
I might give it to Calderwood, but the judges might think that
Calderwood landing 21, both of them landing 21 shots to the head. I landing 7 shots to the body. Calderwood 22, 9 strikes to the legs by Calderwood, 0 by I, and that is hand and that is foot and leg strikes.
And a couple more head kicks from Calderwood, so she's gathering up all those strikes.
And then again, a single tie collar.
Still 44 seconds left in this first round.
It is a motherfucker of a first round here. 38 seconds left to go in round number 1. Left-right combination, not landing both shots was I. Left shot to the body by I. 30 seconds now, and both of these ladies seem gassed. Calderwood breathing heavy from the mouth, trying to shoot a takedown again, and cannot get it done. Peeling away was I with 18 seconds left to go in round number 1. Left hand blocked by Calderwood. It hits a body kick on I. 12 seconds left to go in the round. Right hand landed by I to the midsection of Calderwood. Calderwood breathing heavy. Her mouth is agape right now. It is ajar like a car door. And we will end with these fighters throwing everything but a Pollock painting at each other.
I might give that to Calderwood, but I could also see judges kind of not. To me, it felt like Calderwood had that. Let's see what her corner has to say. Let's see. Are you with me? Says the cornerman. Slow it down a little bit. That's pretty good. You're beating her on the outside with that jab. You forget that jab. That cross is there all day. When you're clinching, you got to circle that ass off the fence right away. You can't keep losing those rounds because you're getting put on the fence. You got me? Let's pick and poke a little bit, they said. You're landing everything. Don't force the clinch. Slow it down a little bit. Interesting that they are telling her not to get... I mean, again, I guess she is getting put in that clinch against the fence. But like I said, I think Joanne and I doing it, a lot of it out of desperation to slow down the onslaught of strikes and Muay Thai knees that she keeps taking. But as we resume here, round 2, Keith Peterson makes it happen. Ooh, a high kick by Calderwood.
Right shots to the body by Calderwood. Needed a body by Calderwood. Back into that clinch. Eye instigating that one. Calderwood trying to push that one away. Keep away kick to the knee by Calderwood. Aaron Bronstetter, our friend from TSN, giving Calderwood that round 10-9, and here's there. And once again, just throw in shots. Both fighters here. Push kick to the face and to eye. And now eye trying to get that clinch in. Both fighters in the clinch now. And eye peeling away. 4:20 left to go in round number 2.
A wild swing there, missed by eye. Short combination there by Calderwood. A front kick by Calderwood that lands as well. Another missed combination by eye. Jessica Eye had a missed punches. I think she's just kind of trying to figure out what to do here, to be quite honest. She has taken a beating in that first round. Oh, she takes her down. Jessica Eye on the ground, but pops right back up. Both fighters back to the center of the cage. And again, a little bit of a back and forth. A wild swing from Jessica Eye. A missed knee by Calderwood. Both fighters back to the center of the cage. A jab from Eye. A front kick from Calderwood. And both fighters look a little bit tired here. Oh, another knee.
And in the clinch there. Calderwood in control here. Shout out to Chris Lang Peterson, donating $5 to the cause, calling us awesome commentators. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Matt's doing the heavy lifting here. I'm just here to help out. A side kick from Calderwood. Not much on it, though. Both fighters looking really tired, and rightfully so. It's been a heavy 1.5 rounds here so far.
Left-right combination.
Ooh, combination from Eye. She pushes forward, but takes an elbow and goes right back to the center of the cage here. 3 minutes left in this second round. A wild swing again from Jessica Eye. Both fighters slowed down a lot significantly in this second round. Another Muay Thai knee from Calderwood.
And sorry for those who are getting some lagging here. We're trying to fix that on our end. Don't know what that issue is. We're trying to get that resolved on our end.
There we go. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second round here. Some wild swings there from Jessica Eye. But again, both fighters very tired. It's kind of been the story of this second round. I would say Calderwood's landed some more powerful strikes here, but nothing of significance by either fighter. They're both very tired and hurt. Another high kick from Calderwood.
Calderwood trying to control both of these fighters, breathing heavy here, under 2 minutes left to go. Calderwood trying to land a head kick.
And another wild combination missed again by Jessica Eye. One missed by Calderwood. Both, you can see how tired they are. A lot of these strikes are not as accurate as they were in the first round. Oh, a good solid punch by Jessica Eye, but Calderwood moves back. Another minute 30 still left in this second round here. Anything could happen here. You get the sense that something could open up. Oh, a spinning heel kick from Calderwood. And then back to a nice jab here from Calderwood, just racking up the strikes. Jessica Eye looking for something to do, try to take her down, possibly land something, but Calderwood getting a lot more of the strikes. Another side kick from Calderwood. A front kick from Calderwood. Jessica Eye goes in, but she gets brushed off again. Another side kick from Calderwood. See a kick to the ribs from Calderwood. And now another Muay Thai clinch. Calderwood throwing some knees. Jessica Ai throwing some knees again as well. 50 seconds left in this second round here. Wild miss there from Calderwood. Another swing. She lands another one. Calderwood does. Oh, going for a spinning back fist from Calderwood, but she gets taken down by Jessica Ai because she missed the elbow. And now Jessica Ai has her down and pressed against her cage. But Calderwood landing a couple strikes there. Jessica Ai just kind of holding her down, almost like she's too tired to do anything. Releases her arm, lands a left hook. Calderwood against the cage here with 13 seconds. I don't know if she's in any danger, but she's trying to fight her way out. 10 seconds left. Some more side punches on the head of Jessica Ai. Now Jessica Ai is trying to get up with 2 seconds left. A front kick from Calderwood, and that is the end of the second round.
And we apologize, folks, if we are buffering on your end. We are trying to resolve that issue right here, right now.
Let's hear 20 seconds here, and we go to the corner of Jessica Ai. Just watch your fingers, says referee Keith Peterson. All right, her corner, Jessica says, all right, you're doing good. She's just getting a little too close to you. You put that 2 on her, it's going to turn around. Got to stand still. We're going to stick in our range. Throw that 2. And when she gets... Kobe's going to tell you to fit in. We know what you're looking for there. We see some of the highlights here. A front face kick. Ooh, that landed right on Jessica Ai's nose. Another by combination from Joanne Calderwood. Here we go. Round 3, the third and final round. It's been a rather intense and interesting fight that has superseded the very low expectations from the people on Twitter. It's definitely been anything but boring. Front kick from Calderwood. Another combination. Muay Thai clinch. Ai pushes forward and pushes Calderwood against the cage. But let's see what's going on here. This is very early in the round. This did not happen until about a minute or two in the second round. Ai trying to take Calderwood down. Calderwood doing her best to stand her ground and not be removed. Calderwood, Ai trying to sweep the leg of Calderwood to take her down. Let's see here. Just has her pinned against the cage. Let's see, Jessica Ai continuing to pin her in there. A lot of knees by both fighters at this point. 4 minutes left. And Jessica Ai again maintaining control, but exerting a lot of energy to keep Calderwood pinned against the cage. Even though they're the same height, somehow Calderwood looks a little bit taller.
Yeah,
he's managed to maintain position.
I apologize for keeping quiet. I'm trying to manage this issue on our end here. And Calderwood pressed against the fence here as Jessica Ai trying to control the day.
A lot of tough time, but again, the judging is interesting because the judge could look at this as Jessica Ai maintaining control, but it looks to me like she's kind of more struggling here. But you know, and Calderwood just trying to fight her way off, but not. It looks like Ai just exerting most of the energy here. Both fighters look very drained by all this, and now an exchange of knees. And Jessica Ai doing everything she can to keep Calderwood pinned against this cage with 3 minutes left in the. And I wonder if Keith Peterson at some point will try to move them off the cage. I mean, they are both fighting here, so he can let him go. Jessica Ai trying to sweep that leg, but Calderwood just doing great defensively to keep her from doing it. Keeps moving the legs, and now some Muay Thai knees. A wild left hook from Jessica Ai. And just continuing to pin her on the cage. A knee to the inner thigh. And Ai slipping a little bit. And now finally Keith Peterson breaks up the fight and brings him to the center of the octagon.
Kicks to the body by Calderwood. And again another clinch by Calderwood. The audio seems to be working. Sorry about the video, guys. We're trying to fix this as best we can.
Let's see here. Ooh, a nice right hand landed by Calderwood. Both fighters in the center of the octagon. 2 minutes left in the final round here. Third and final round. Ai goes for another sweep, but Calderwood stops her. Some knees from Ai. The two fighters separate back to the center of the octagon. Let's see here. A couple strikes here from Calderwood. Nothing too impactful.
Trying to press against the fence. Trying to make something happen here. Calderwood, knees and shots to the body. And now it seems like some people having trouble with the audio.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Bear with us here. This is karma coming back to us for crapping on ESPN+. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Here we go. Continuing. Both fighters at center with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this third round here. An exchange of rights. But both fighters still to the center. A front kick from Calderwood. Jessica Ai throws a couple combinations. A left from Calderwood. Both fighters lock up in the center again. Ai trying to pin Calderwood against the cage again. Calderwood not allowing it this time. Calderwood presses Ai against the cage for a change of pace. And some high knees to the head.
And now we have fixed the problem. Thank you to the iPhone.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with us. But again, at least you had the coverage.
Yep.
I take back everything I said. Fuck ESPN+. Based on nothing. Based on just player rating. A wild spinning elbow from Calderwood that misses, but Ai grabs her by the head for a headlock almost. Both fighters try to go to the side of the cage. Calderwood has control. A knee from Ai. And a couple shots to the gut from Calderwood here with 15 seconds left. Oh, an elbow from Calderwood. A knee from Calderwood. There's a little bit of danger here. And busted open. Her right eye is busted open. A kick to the stomach from Calderwood. 3 seconds left. Oh,
and Ai first takedown of the fight, and that will be it. We will go to the scorecards. Good job, Harry, keeping the boat afloat as we try to fix this problem here. Shout out to Comcast being the fucking worst.
They are and always will be the worst. We've said it. If we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. Fuck Comcast. And that was at my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah, that was weird.
But it got a standing ovation.
It did.
Because people are sick of it. They've had enough. If we could get Fios in here, we would, but somehow it's illegal for some reason. I don't know. Here we go. Look at the highlights. A lot of significant and powerful strikes from